Hello, I'll take 2 spicy schmirgles, extra red onion, hold the grease, and chuff them both. I'll also take a side of derps. Okay, that'll be 42 globule points. Globule points? What are those? I was gonna pay with my card, but maybe cash would work better? Sorry, sir, we only take globule points. It's company policy. You've got to be kidding me! Why can't I just use what I use to get almost any other product under the sun? Sir, you've got to calm down. I feel like this is basic knowledge for the chain. God, I can't take this anymore. No more, Mr. Nice Guy. I can feel myself.
Start like jamming.
Oh my god. Fake currencies. Whether you think about them under the same moniker or under something like brand-specific currencies or company vouchers or something like that, oh my god, no doubt dealt with them a multitude of times. It's something that's been on my mind. Something that I've found myself simultaneously getting more pissed off at and also just accepting that most of them are just normal now. Congrats, Big Pharma. You've normalized vaccines. Congrats. I'm sure you can tell by now, but when I say fake currencies, I don't mean something like counterfeits. I mean a currency that is not your standard dollar, pound, or motherflarping rhinestone, but is something that is created to have use through one specific avenue, usually a company storefront that also rarely has a physical presence. Now, by this lax description, you might think that your standard gift card would count, but I wouldn't say so. It's not like your dollar magically transformed into Cracker Barrel bucks, if only. And although it does fall into the part about talking about company specific, it doesn't check enough boxes. Nor does it bug me enough to care enough to shift the boxes around enough so it can, because goddammit there are way better examples regarding what I'm talking about. Starting out with the most inoffensive fake currency I can think of is those cute little ticket things in Japan. You put some money out, pops a food ticket, and you use that food ticket to get God knows what. Honestly, do you think I know Japanese? It's cute. It's a little less convenient than using cash, but if I were to ever be in the situation where it was cash to food ticket to the exchange of the food ticket for whatever it's made for, I wouldn't be complaining. It may be a little out of the way, but it's really not an issue to get your hands on these things. Honestly, I wish it were easier in Splatoon. I'm always low on those cash ones. Hey, you guys like Splatoon. I really like it. If you want to represent in the comments, let's all comment on the count of 3 what I say, okay? 1, 2, 3, splurt. What? Whoa, I can't believe he just said that. But to get back to business, it's technically a fake currency by my definition, but honestly, it's not anything to get your... Dude, why did I write this? Look at... What was I on? I don't even use anything, so like, what was going on? I'm not even gonna say the sentence so people can play the... Dude, did I think this was a game? Now here's the stuff you and I think of when I say fake currencies. V-Bucks, Robux, PlayStation points, Xbox points, Wii points, I could go on. There are 2 tiers, 2 levels to this stuff. And we'll start with the points for the online video game console storefronts. And yes, I am being very specific when I say points. I'm conscious and I know that they're simple gift cards now and operate representing actual dollars, as they should. But I want to talk about points, because they represent one of the biggest issues with fake currencies, muddying your ability to discern value. Let me break it down. It's pretty easy to understand a dollar, right? Green, rectangular, you've been using them your whole entire life. They're stable, you have a good enough idea of what they are and what they denote to be able to operate like a normal enough person and make a well enough informed decision with your money. Whether the decision is good or bad is up to you, but surely you've got some basis to work off of. But with point systems, this is removed. Sometimes it's a clean, easy to follow transition, like 10 bucks to 1,000 points. But often, they really lean into making it hard for you to tell just how much this currency is worth, especially with game-specific artificial currencies themselves. The storefront points have gone the way of the good riddance, but that in-game shit is a whole other story. Not only is it consistently not a clean transition, not only is it, obviously, very limited in its application, but it's usually made even more confusing by having a multitude of different types of currencies to juggle. A lot of games have at least 2 different currencies, all this to make it that much harder to tell what the amount you've got is worth. Because when you're playing their game, the bigwig CEOs at the top are playing a game of their own, trying to wring out as much money from you as possible. sucks how inconvenient it is, and it sucks so much more when you realize how business-wise it makes sense for them to do it. So I doubt it'll change anytime soon. But in the very least, when you get your artificial currency, whether it was a good idea or not, you've got another chance to make a high-value usage of your money, right? Dining dollars are the closest thing we have to proof that Satan is real. Well, we also have UK drill. It's time to rethink things, Satanists. This is the main motivator for the creation of this video, as they are the embodiment of all the bad of artificial currencies. They're limited in application. Depending on your location, they can be your standard dollar or dining points. And the worst part about all of this, they flarping expire. You can have a good chunk of change left worth of dining dollars at the end of your semester, but just because they say so, it isn't worth shit anymore. It gets reset. In all the other circumstances, the company plays a certain type of game. They play a game to make it as easy as possible, to get as many purchases of artificial currency as possible. Because although you get to decide what to do with said resources, the company has your money, and thus already won the battle. But the silver lining is that you still get a resource, right? Because that's normal, the exchange of money for a good or service that you can keep, right? Well, dining dollars spit not only in the face of standard practices, but they also spit in your face because that's simply not going to fly with them. It's not enough that they already secure your money and can make you unsure of just how much it's worth, but just like flarping Mr. Krabs and the flarping vending machine, they can just yo-yo that shit back into their pocket, except it's not even like they're repossessing shit. It's just numbers. And it's not just like the numbers that are linked to cash, like how the numbers in your bank account are. They're just numbers that they just get to reset because they like it. Like, what are you going to do? They've got you already. And if you're in the situation where you're using dining dollars, then there's probably some handwriting in between the lines on some randomized file. The sea of paperwork they've already got to sign to get into college, and they've got you already because there's nothing you can do. They've got you.